I didn't enjoy this as much as when I'd previously watched it. There just wasn't anything to kind of draw me in this time. The humor didn't make me laugh. It got a slight chuckle occasionally, but that was about it. This used to be one of my favorite MCU movies. One of the reasons it was one of my favorites was because of Ronan. He is an absolute badass, and he is the only villain where I've gone, oh yeah, you know, he kicks ass, because he essentially tells Thanos to piss off and that he will destroy the Nova Corps by himself, which is still amazing. But I had forgotten like how little he was in this movie. Like he only had about 10-15 minutes maybe at a push. There was so much focus on like world building, and the world building in this movie is absolutely fantastic. Like if this movie didn't exist, we wouldn't have had Infinity War or the whole like end to the saga, because there is so much that this puts into it with the Infinity Stones, with Thanos, with everything. It just wouldn't have happened without James Gunn. Visuals still hold up as well. They look absolutely amazing. There are so many scenes in this film that just look brilliant and beautiful. Like you've got like these purple hues when the Power Stone is being used. You've got loads and loads of different stuff. Even like the new location shots, like the original bits where they do that with the Nowhere Head. It's superb. It looks great, and it's not like the saturated Marvel MCU filter that the rest of the movies have. This actually has like a color palette, and it really, really pops. Speaking of which, something else that popped in this movie was Zoe. She was absolutely stunning. Like every single time she was on screen, I was just kind of like drawn to her. And I think James Gunn was as well, because when they were doing a suit up scene, there is clearly a shot of her ass. Like it is focused on it. It reminded me of Batman and Robin, and that made me laugh. Yeah, and there's a few shots of her, and I'm like, right, okay, this is for the boys, you know. But don't worry, there is stuff for the girls as well, like that Chris Pratt topless scene where he's like drenched in orange and he's just like there for a bit. Like I can imagine the girls enjoying that too. Even though I've said a lot of negative things about this movie, I still love it, and that still is one of the best Marvel movies there are. Like when you're watching it, you do not feel like you're watching a 2-hour movie. It goes like that. And as I said, all the world building is completely amazing. I just think that be in the mood to watch this movie, and it was more of a spontaneous watch to get my girlfriend ready for the third one. So I didn't really have the mindset of watching this movie, and I guess that maybe why I wasn't drawn in as much, but it's still a solid time. I still enjoyed watching it.